Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Am I too loud? I'm too loud to myself right here on the stage. Uh, I'm going to talk about cold chain from a very AI perspective, and I'll be a little bit more relaxed than usual because I don't know if you saw, we just announced our Series B fundraise yesterday. So as a CEO, it's just a bit relaxing. So a little bit of background on me. I'm Sankalp, co-founder, CEO at Gather AI. And basically, we'll talk about how physical AI that actually lives in your warehouse, not just on a computer screen, is changing how cold stain solutions work. I know people here are interested in cold chain. I don't know if any one of you has been in a minus 20-degree Fahrenheit warehouse. It just freezes up fairly quickly. The first time I walked in there, my eyelashes froze immediately and then didn't just quite know how to operate in that temperature. And that is the thing where I think those are the places where AI should be making the most impact, places that are hard for people to operate in, or places where people should really not be operating in. So I come from a very physical AI background. I was part of the team that invented the world's first fully autonomous helicopter. My PhD thesis was how to make robots curious. And now we make robots curious for boxes and barcodes in the coldest warehouses in the world at minus 20 Fahrenheit to the hottest warehouses in the world at about 50 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that's in Fahrenheit. Uh, Going on to what we do, we put cameras in the warehouse on drones, on forklifts, so that they can collect data so you know exactly where things are and how workflows are flowing in your cold chain facilities. You're from the space, so you know that the cold chain crisis. A person has to stay in that minus 20 Fahrenheit for 45 minutes and come back out for 15 minutes. And despite all the quality inspection that goes out in cold chain, because every unit has a lot of energy that is being spent into it to store it there, it's only about 92% accurate, an average cold chain warehouse. And the customers we serve, we have seen a value of about $2.8 million that can be recovered by just moving the needle on knowing where your stuff is within a cold chain warehouse and knowing how your workflows are flowing. For our customers, the cost of 1.5% inventory drift in a 500,000 square foot warehouse is in total about $2.8 million. And a lot of that is actually capital lockup and facility loss, just because if you're losing perishables in your warehouse and you're writing them off, you end up carrying a lot more inventory in your warehouse to just fulfill the rate at which you have to fill the orders. We like to say in our company, vision doesn't freeze, cameras don't freeze. Sometimes they do, ours don't. And we can operate in the warehouse 24/7. Our equipment doesn't need to go out every 15 minutes. We have gotten facilities to 99.9% accuracy, but it's not just accuracy that, your inventory is higher accuracy. You have a visual data point for each and every item we see, each and every workflow we see. But the most important and the most humane part of it is you avoid people spending time at those crazy temperatures, and I think the best thing for me is you just make people's lives better.
Here at Legum Logistics, we have 3 temperature zones: controlled room temperature, our main space, and then our cooler and our freezer. Inventory control or inventory accuracy in any facility can be challenging. I'd say it's really critical here in this operation because the items that we are pick, packing, and shipping are life-saving.
We store a lot of medical and pharmaceutical supplies in the freezer. It's really cold in there. It's negative 20 degrees Celsius, and they have to bundle up. We can only be in there for 15 minutes at a time. Compared to physically counting the inventory, Gather AI makes the process effortless.
Just to operate in the freezer, we're talking a jacket, gloves, and then limiting their time in the freezer to 15 minutes just to ensure the safety of that person. What this technology allows us to do is start the flight mission, step out of that temperature zone, and then check back on that drone at set intervals. But when it comes to our freezer area, the key metrics or the key improvements are safety and throughput. This technology really helps drive the throughput, but also improve the safety for that person as they're operating in that environment.
Our customers were a bit busy to come here, so we just wanted you to hear from our customers directly. Langham Logistics has been a great partner and a pioneer in getting innovation in cold chain. For them, we were able to get about 87% labor reduction on cold chain quality monitoring, 10x faster scans, and all of that without any disruption to the facility, which means it works in the facility as is, even without a single power drop or a network drop. At the scale of that 500,000 square foot warehouse, as I shared, we're looking at about 2.8 million of ROI on average. The worst we do is about 1 million per year. How do we do this? These drones are flying around and collecting data, but it's not just drones. We have cameras on forklifts going around, and whatever transaction that a forklift does, our cameras are capturing. So we capture all that workflow that exists through cameras on forklifts, on automatic MHEs, on static cameras, and on wearables. And then through our AI on the edge, which is a physical AI aspect of our product, in real time, we give feedback to operators on how to fix mistakes. So instead of reacting to inventory errors, you're proactively fixing them. And then all of that data, whenever there is internet connection, syncs to the cloud. And that enables us to help you orchestrate your facility while providing end-to-end visibility without ever stepping into the facility really. And in the end, the departments that consume this data from us are either finance, operations, labor, and in some cases, network planning people as we go across the facilities. If you deploy with us, we come and map your facility for about 1 to 4 weeks, depending on the size, without any disruptions. And it takes about 6 months or 8 months at max to really get payback from the investment you make with us, which is about, and the main benefit that comes is increased inventory accuracy so that you can really figure out what's sitting where, what is going to get spoiled. If I can really put in first expiration, first out as a practice in my facility and enforce it. We are at booth 1277. Would love for you to stop by and have a conversation. Thank you so much.